What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Oliver Mack. Welcome to Oliver Rants, and in this video we got to talk about Joy Behar and her delusion about how oppressed black people are in this country. Check out this clip.
Confess, I was unaware of it, which shows you how lacking our history is in this country, and how many people, we should be aware on a day like this that voting rights are being systematically taken away from African Americans and other people too in this country. You got to be very, very careful. You can celebrate the day, which we do, but there are very important issues at stake here this year. So it's a good day to reflect on that, I think.
So let me get this straight. Joe Biden got 80 million votes, right? According to y'all. He got 80 million votes, and 90% of black people voted for Joe Biden. So where's the voter suppression? You can't say that the president that the majority of black people wanted got elected by a huge margin, but black people are losing their right to vote, or black people are getting suppressed. Voter suppression is happening to black people. How? Did you give one example? Did you provide one shred of evidence to back up your bogus claim? No, you didn't. Check out this other clip. So I think this was last month or maybe earlier this month. She talked about black people can't buy guns. Check this out.
Let me say one more thing.
So that's all I'm saying, is that they're not just crazy people.
Okay. Here's the thing. Once black people get guns in this country, the gun laws will change. Trust me.
That's what happened with the Black Panther. Black people have that.
So there's nowhere on earth that black people are more oppressed than in Joy Behar's head. Facts. I don't know why this woman thinks that black people are just so downtrodden. Black people can't do nothing in this country. Black people are in fear for their lives every day. Black people can't protect themselves. Black people can't vote. Like, what country do you live in? I mean, you had a black person sitting right across from you on a huge TV show. So I'm just trying to get an understanding of where this oppression comes from, because it's not reality. Black people can do anything they want in this country. Black people are not being held back. Black people are not being held down by any system, by any white supremacists, by white supremacy, by racism. It is not happening. I'm living proof of that. I can do pretty much anything I want. I've been able to do pretty much anything I want. If I put my mind to it, I've been able to accomplish it. So this world that Joy Behar thinks that I live in as a black person does not exist. And all she's doing is perpetuating this victim mentality, this victim narrative, that if a black person does watch this horrible TV show, they're going to start to think that what Joy Behar is saying is true. And they're going to start living their lives differently. They're going to start living in fear because of her. And it's sad that somebody who's not black is going to cause black people to feel like racism is running rampant in this country. Racism is holding them down. White supremacy is holding them down. The system is holding them down when it's not. So don't listen to Joy Behar. Listen to me. And I'll tell you that it's not happening. I'll tell you, as a black person in this country, you can do whatever you want. You can achieve whatever you want. You can have whatever you want if you're willing to work for it. And that's the bottom line. There's nothing holding us down. I promise you there's nothing holding us down. I promise you there's been nothing holding me down my entire life. And I've been a black person on this earth for 40 years. So I have a little bit more experience than Joy Behar in being a black person in this country. Now, of course, there were times where black people were held down. There were times where black people couldn't do everything they wanted to do. And that wasn't all over the country. That was confined to pretty much the South, when we had the Jim Crow era, when black people couldn't vote, when black people couldn't go to the same schools as white people, and different things like that. But in other parts of the country, and even during that time, even during that era, the Jim Crow era in the South, black people were still able to thrive. Black people were getting married at a higher rate than white people. I think in the 20s to 40s. Black people were thriving, black people were getting money. We had Black Wall Street. We had a lot of different things that were going on back then, even during the times of racism, like intense racism. So if all black people weren't held back then with all these laws that we have in place, these anti-racism laws and affirmative action and different other policies that have been put in place, if all those things are being in place now, if black people were able to thrive then, why can't black people thrive now? It has nothing to do with the laws. It has nothing to do with the systems or white supremacy. It has everything to do with your individual choices, with individual decisions that people make that lead them down a dark path, that lead them into poverty, that lead them into turmoil, that lead them into these bad situations. So we need to take accountability, take ownership for our own actions, and try to do better. Because the world that Joy Behar thinks that black people live in does not exist. So just get it. If you want it, get it. That's all you got to do. If you want it, go after it, go get it. That is my message to every black person that's watching this video. If you want it, you can have it. Go get it. Don't let anybody stop you, because nobody's stopping you. And guess what? If somebody does something racist to you, that's a payday. We've seen it all throughout the country. If somebody's involved in anything and they claim racism, they're going to get paid. They're going to take whoever did it to court, and the judge is going to award them money, because you're not allowed to be racist without consequences in this country. At one point, people were allowed to be racist without consequences. There were times where if the Ku Klux Klan went out and found somebody and killed them, then they may get off because the person is black. Why? Because there were a lot of racist people back there. There were a lot of racist systems back there. Those systems don't exist anymore. So go get it. Go after what you want. You got black millionaires and billionaires all over the place. And there's a spot open for you if you want it, and if you're willing to work hard for it. That's how you get to be a millionaire, a billionaire. You work hard, you have great ideas, and you don't let outside distractions hold you down. Because that's the only thing that's really going to hold us down, is the outside distractions. Is hearing and talking about racism and our history all day and all night. That's not going to solve anything. All it's going to do is it's going to put you in chains. Philosophical chains that are going to hold you back from doing what you want. So stop letting that happen. Period. Stop letting it happen, and you can have whatever you want. You can be successful. All right? Cool. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Visit the description section so you get links to my merch and also my social medias. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.